Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. My name's Chris and today we want to wish you a happy Father's Day to everybody out there that is a father, is expecting to be a father, or happens to have a father figure in their life.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you guys.
And we had a very special day. We got a chance to spend Father's Day and we'll get actually a chance to spend it twice. So,
well, we more celebrated Father's Day with my side of the family, and then tomorrow it'll be more like our family celebration.
yes. And then we'll celebrate Father's Day today.
So
for myself.
Chris and I were talking about just dads and tools and stuff, and one of the things we talked about was like, what was your dad's favorite tool? And that's kind of the theme of tonight, is just to have you guys on and chat and share maybe a fun story or even just a tool that you remember your dad or father figure used all the time, and we want to hear it and just hope you guys have some fun things to share. So I'm hoping to hear some cool things from you guys.
Yeah, thanks, honey. Well, I know my dad, one of the last tools or big items that he was able to purchase, he was able to grab a very large Onan generator. And we're talking about the generators that you see pretty much, like when you go to a construction site and you see the big crane that they have, there's always a generator up on top so that nobody steals it. Well,
I didn't realize it was a generator. I just thought it was, I actually didn't know, but I did believe it was something expensive that they didn't want stolen. So
yeah, so we got quite a few people in the chat. We got Work Pro Tools joining us tonight, and we'd like to give a big shout out to Work Pro Tools. Provided one of these Work Pro Tool shirts, and
it's really soft. Like the cotton on it is like, it feels like a better like texture and quality. So I don't know if other people can buy this shirt, but
very cool shirt.
Really nice.
You did a really nice job on picking out a quality shirt. So thank you, Work Pro Tools.
Work Pro.
We got Best of Best. Yes. Hey, how's it going? We got Paul. He's joining us from Poland. So that's pretty cool.
Welcome. And then
we got Do Not Rob Me. And we got Dewey Did It, Zach Johnson, and Brad. So happy Father's Day to everybody that's joining us. And like I mentioned, my dad, in order for him to get his large Onan generator, he promised my mom that he would bring lunch to work for like 5 years to pay for that thing. And honey, have I ever made any deals with you about I'll bring lunch to work in order to get this tool or something like that?
No, it's just more like this beautiful green machine in the background. You just promised that it was our anniversary, Father's Day, birthday, all rolled into one.
But
I guess that's a deal. So I feel like I'm off the hook for buying a gift for those things, but that's not my personality. So you'll probably get something else tomorrow.
We'll have to wait and see. Every day is a new day, and we're always excited to have that. And so, I just remember that it probably wasn't more than a couple months later, and he wasn't bringing his lunch to work anymore. But
yeah,
that's what happens. Well, one of the tools I remember that my dad gave me was this little set here, and it just has a sentimental value. It's not necessarily anything special, because if you take a look at it, it's just, what does it say right there?
Just like
it says Sears on it. And
sockets?
So there's nothing perfect about it, and it's not even the Craftsman brand one. It just straight up says Sears on it.
Oh gosh,
and it says
you can't even probably buy these anymore.
Made in Taiwan. So you can't even get something like that anymore.
Gosh, look at that.
But it has a sentimental value to it.
The camera's like way up high.
I will never forget. And so maybe you guys have tools like that that remind you of your father, or working in the garage with him, or any.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says Sears. You can't buy these anymore.
Nope, definitely not that one. This is from the 80s. And yeah.
Okay, some of the people are in the chat are saying something. Johnny Ringo
says, my dad didn't know the size of bolts, so he'd always start out with a 9/16, then say nope, and say bigger or smaller until I gave him the right one. Happy Father's Day to everybody.
That. That's so funny.
So, there's a lot of different ways that you can learn to find the right size of bolts. Honey, how would you describe tough love? What would you describe something as tough love?
Like, give an example?
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom was always like, well, figure it out yourself.
Yeah. So tough love, we'll just say that pretend like this was a container of nuts and bolts. Dumps this out on the ground, says put them in the right order. Put them back in the drawer and order all the sockets and bolts and nuts by sizes.
I've heard that story about your dad.
And once you get done, and then you know what? Happens a couple more times, and then you get a bigger pail and you have to organize them. You start to learn the sizes very, very quickly. But it's very understandable for somebody that doesn't do and use fasteners every day that, you know, I don't think there's certain nuts and bolts that I can, you know, spot and grab them and know what they are. But there's other ones where I'm like, I can see that the thread pitch on them is fine or it's different. And so it throws me for a loop sometimes.
I feel like your dad also did this with sockets and told you to put them back. Or were you only talking about nuts and bolts?
Nuts and bolts.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, sockets would also be a good thing. Dewey said something in the chat that I thought is kind of cool. He said that he's been a father going on 4 years and that his kid keeps him on his toes. If you guys want, I think that's cool. If you want to put in the chat, like, how long have you been a dad? If you're a dad, just kind of see where everybody's at, whether it's, I don't know, a couple months to several years. It'd just be cool to see how long you guys have been a dad. How long have you been a dad?
19 years, almost 20. So depending on how you count the time. So that's from birth time. So technically.
Well, just do birth.
Yeah.
Think of your kid's birthday.
So that's really cool. We got Brad, 5 years in August. Of course, Dewey mentioned 4 years. Zach Johnson, thanks and happy Father's Day. Also, Dewey said probably good news.
I don't know if I told you, but I'm getting the 5-piece TXR kit really soon. My buddy's going to buy me the tool I'm replacing them with.
Yeah, so
I don't really know what that is, but I bet you're really excited, and I'm going to guess that it's maybe a Cobalt.
Yeah, maybe. That's right. So some of the XTR tools would be actually the case that is sitting right on the laptop here. So we can't showcase any of our Cobalt tools because they're in their case right here, and they're helping us prop up our laptop so we get nice, even, level picture tonight.
Yeah, although like the camera is really high tonight, so I have to like look up there, but I see myself here. So I'm gonna try and make eye contact with you guys.
So speaking of fathers and gifts, you know, again, Father's Day is tomorrow. There's lots of cool deals out there, whether it's at Home Depot or Lowe's, and a lot of those are still going on through tomorrow or even a few weeks after. So if there's something that you had your eye on, you know, maybe you're going to get the ability to have some time off tomorrow or a couple hours to yourself. Everybody gets Father's Day a little bit differently given to them as a gift. And so, you know, you can always get a chance to check out some deals. I know we picked up something for your father tonight. What was that, honey?
We got him a drill.
We did.
I didn't know if there's a special name for it, but Chris had to do something for my dad a couple months ago, and he used my dad's drill, and it was just old. It needed to be retired, and so we'd been kind of looking for some good deals, and then Chris found a really good one on a Craftsman. Don't know where you bought it. I do not know anything about it. I do not know its voltage. I let him be in charge of that, and so yeah, we gave him that and a nice bag and some bits.
Yeah, we got him a bit driver set with like your Phillips and your hex and your Torx, and then we also got him some screws some nut drivers with it and some drill bits. But
so like if I were to tell my friends what I got my dad, I'd be like, oh, I got him some tools and a bag, and like be like, oh, cool. We probably wouldn't like say what they were, but that's where you come in. Don't know all the tools, but I appreciated Chris's help getting my dad something that would be good for some of the stuff he works on, especially if Chris is there and he has to like be pulled into a room to help with something. It's nice. Now he knows that my dad has a good set of tools that he can use.
Yeah. So best of best, yes, said cool toolbox. Yeah, I kind of do like that as well. That's the 36-inch with the 22-inch in cab. That's right behind my wife. And And we'll have a toolbox tour at some point in time. Still working out the organization in it.
Scroll down. Mm.
And Work Pro Tools is again here. The maintenance man joined us. Neil, how's it going? Glad you could join us tonight. What's up, buddy?
So if you guys are just coming in, well, thanks for joining the live. Some of the things we just want to say is Happy Father's Day. If you guys want, if you're a dad and you want to put how many years you've been a dad, we'd love to hear. And then if you have a really good or fun or just memorable story, tools with your dad or father figure or something that, or if maybe you look at it and it always reminds you of your dad or some funny story, we'd love to hear it. I know Chris has a lot probably to share. He grew up doing tons of stuff with tools.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Always lots of projects. And one thing that we've missed as a family would probably definitely be one of the Home Depot Kids Workshop. Gosh. Where you get to go in the first Saturday of every month, is it?
Guys, I have to tell you how sad I am that we haven't been able to do the Home Depot Kids Workshop the last, 4, 5 months. It's something the kids always looked forward to. And I even would program the individual dates in my calendar just as a reminder so that we never missed them. Oh.
Bedtime on the day before Home Depot Workshop.
The kids would be like, great. Is it a Home Depot Kids Workshop? I'm like, yeah, guys, tomorrow go to sleep real good. We'll eat breakfast and we'll go to Home Depot. And the kids loved it. And I do think I saw things online that if you go in and ask them, they have the project there that they can give you. I guess we haven't really done that. It's different. I like to do it there and leave it there, all the mess there. I guess we could go and see if they have some of this stuff and bring it home, but it's not the same. It's fun being in the store and letting the kids bang and you hear all the other kids banging at the table with the hammers. Yeah. It's a good memory. I hope that that's something that our kids remember when they're older. So we used to take them there.
I hope so too. Yeah. Well, we do have Zaphael joining us tonight. He said we got 11 thumbs up, and we got somebody that does not ever watch my videos that knows if you like the stream, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, go ahead and give it 2 thumbs down. So somebody does not know how to work a computer, but that's okay because there are tons of tools out in the world, and you just never know when you're going to run into them. We also do have somebody that was talking about Work Pro Tools. And I think, they're like any other tool manufacturer or tool vendor out there that, they try to pick the best of the best and they try to work with many different vendors. Some of them might be Chinese, some of them might be Taiwan. And you really just kind of have to look at the listings to see which and where the origin of your tool might come from.
Scroll back up.
Yeah. Zach Johnson said he's been a dad for 11 years. Awesome. Congratulations. He's blessed with an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 4-year-old.
Woohoo.
And, does anything from starting a nail. I know that's always, it doesn't matter what age the kids are. You never want to have them hit their thumb. I mean, I just smashed my thumb the other day on something and, it happens. So if we can help make life a little bit easier for our kids, it definitely starts with starting a nail, and then it continues there on after. So BW's Electronics seems like I was just talking to some of you people in the chat. So very cool.
Hey, thanks for joining. Let's see. Oh, George, sorry. 44 years, 2 daughters and 1 son. That's awesome.
From North Carolina.
Hey.
Yeah.
I used to live in Georgia. I grew up there.
Did you ever go over to North Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
There's some pretty cool stuff in there that you visited.
I can't remember. Well, I think we used to vacation a lot more in South Carolina. I know I've been to North Carolina, but I don't remember what I did.
Zaphael mentioned, does Home Depot allow kids in stores? Menards ban kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was talking about that the other day. So Menards had a big old sign when you entered the store that said no children under 16 were allowed. Didn't matter if you were accompanied with a parent or not. Their company policy just simply stated that. I haven't seen that at any of the Home Depots or Lowe's. And I feel like Menards really stressed and wanted you to wear a mask. But our Home Depot and Lowe's, at least where I'm at, didn't stress that as much as Menards did.
So our 4-year-old was hanging out with Grandma the other day, and Grandma took her, I don't know, just ran some errands with her, gave her some personal time, and they went into Menards and they wore their face masks and whatnot. And we were really surprised that they let Grandma take our 4-year-old, or no, she's not 4. Sorry, she's 5. She's almost 6. We were really surprised that they let that happen, because we heard that they were banned also. And I think you were told somebody couldn't go in with you one of the times.
I was with our 2-year-old, and they
He's
said,
3. Oh my gosh, we don't even know the age of our kids.
Sorry.
Well,
that happens. They just keep getting older, but
we at least take care of them.
they said, sir, you can't be in here. And I'm like, okay, well, let's finish our shopping. And we got out of there.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's interesting. I'd love to hear some updates, because a lot of things seem to be opening back up with, restrictions. So I'm curious to see if maybe kids are allowed back into stores and we just maybe haven't heard it yet. I guess you need to go to Menards, right?
Oh, I've been to Menards. I actually went there, let's see, just the other day. So if you guys haven't caught my last video. You didn't go to
Menards for that.
I did, but it's right across from Tractor Supply.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, you didn't buy that.
We picked up the 90-tooth gear wrench ratchet. And then we also have...
That looks really nice.
The 84-tooth somewhere. Oh, yeah, right there. So, we did a recent video on that. And, gear wrench, both pretty decent tools all around. One of the kids will definitely get that 68-piece gear wrench set back there once we put this back in it. But, gear wrench moved to 92 versus the 84. And they, were both very, very decent tools. Out of everything that we looked at, he's ranked in the position 6 and 7 out of all the strongest tools that we tested. So pretty decent.
This is when we saw SEMA, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's the new ones that they launched this year.
Yeah. Oh.
So we got a couple more people joining us. We got Antonio Claudio Michael saying, hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey. Oh,
and Dewey's had a 1-year anniversary with his power tools from Cobalt. It's always a good one. That's a nice one. I mean, that means you have what, 2 years left on your battery warranty and 5 years on the tool, so 4 left.
That's funny.
Zach Johnson said, funny part is my dad's favorite hammer that he would let the kids use ended up leaving it outside. My dog would chew on the end. Yeah.
So like everybody in the family gotta use the hammer.
Yeah.
Even the dog. Funny.
I know that was probably one of my dad's.
He says he still has the hammer too. Yeah, it probably has lots of memories. He probably wants to keep that forever.
Does Tecton give you 10% off every purchase? Well, it's basically like a 10% cashback rewards that you can use on towards future purchases, assuming that you purchase it from Tecton.com. They warranty Tecton purchase anywhere, so I don't have a Myers by me, but apparently a Myers store carries Tecton. I've seen them at what was it? It wasn't Tractor Supply, but it was the other farm store that
yes.
There's a couple farm supply stores that'll carry Tecton during the holidays.
Yeah. And what is that store called? I don't remember.
And Amazon will carry it, but the Tecton will give you 10% back on or good towards future purchases at Tecton.com.
That's a funny story why we know about that place. You're talking about in the middle of nowhere, right?
Right.
So we were on our way to basically a small town for a football game. And we were communicating with the person that we were going to meet up. And we were running late because we have kids and, there's nap times and stuff like that. So we knew we were going to be a little bit late. And so we're messaging the people oh, we're coming. And they're like, don't come. It's downpouring. Everybody's off the field. We don't know if the football game is going to continue. And we're already in the car when we get the message. And so we kind of pull over the nearest exit. And we're like, okay, should we go or should we not go? So we pull, what is the name of this place?
I'll look it up.
So we pull into this store. Chris will find the name. And we spend an hour hanging out in this store. And the kids had so much fun. They had...
it's Orscheln's.
Oh, yeah.
Orscheln Farm and Home.
Okay. And the kids loved it. They had I don't know, didn't they have like a John Deere wagon pedal car bike thing?
Yep.
And so we're inside. You can like hear the rain just like pouring down. We're just like we're just like going in all the aisles and like looking at all the different things. The kids are having fun. The employees are like super kind and super gracious. Like they know we're just waiting out the storm. And oh gosh, we were in there at least an hour. So we had like a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and we're just like trying to entertain our kids, trying not to like cause too much ruckus. You're looking at tools. I'm like checking out. I'm like, oh, what do they have? Like snacks, clothes, toys. And then we ended up turning around and going home because it just wasn't worth it at that point.
But that's where we got the Tecton every bit set that used to put the kids' beds together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We also got a really cool book from there. Got some snacks. Good time.
So yeah, Zaphiel did say Menards is forcing mass, and they sell them for $1, of course.
Of course.
Large K9 checking in. Happy Father's Day, Chris. Love the channel. Well, thank you, Large K9. We really appreciate you joining us tonight and your kind words.
Hey, Mick
Mowers.
Hey,
good morning from the good old UK.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Yeah, we always like Mick. We're going to actually make Mick a moderator. There you go, Mick. Thanks for joining us. Oh, the chat's starting to jump on us here a little bit.
So if you are joining and you haven't heard me say this, we're just wishing everybody a happy Father's Day. And if you have a really fun story or memorable story you want to share about your dad and tools, honestly, it could be with your own self and your own kids with tools. We'd love to hear it. And also, if you want to share, if you are a dad and you want to just share how long you've been a dad, drop it in the chat. We've had from 34 years, I think. Is the longest dad
I think maybe 44, or was it
44? 44. Oh, I forget. But and then a couple years.
Actually, you know what? My wife is always right. It is 34.
He's been a dad for 11 years. No, it was somebody else said 44.
Total. Oh, yeah.
Somebody else.
There is.
I forget who, but
either way, you're still always right.
Forget your name, but I remember the number you used. 44.
We will find it. There you go. Yep, 44.
George, 44 years. So George is the longest at this point. But so if you have anything to share, stuff like that, fun stories with dad or being a dad, we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, Antonio said he was going to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, even Walmart, and a Tractor Supply. That's always good to hit up. And Cal Ranch. We don't have those in Nebraska, but I hear they're a very, very cool place.
With my kids and all the time, they never kick. Hey, that's good. You can bring the whole crew. Sometimes when Chris has to like go wherever he's going, sometimes I'm like, which kid do you want to take with you? And depending on, I don't know, I guess everybody's attitude. Sometimes the kids really, really, really want to go. They really want to go look at tools with dad. I don't know. I think he buys them treats or something that's like more of an incentive. Like, I don't think they really want to look at tools. I think they just know they're going to get something because they went with dad.
Yes. So we got Larry Croft saying, I subscribe to your channel.
Hey, thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Really appreciate it. And yes, we got Best of the Best. He just absolutely loves tools. Tractor supplies.
Who just said, go up and read that comment? I missed it. Oh, Zaphiel. You're so stealth with me that I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. The kids go with him, so I guess he's not getting into too much trouble, right?
Yeah, it is a pretty cool shirt. And they even kind of basically put in like some rustic wear on the letters down there. So I'm really kind of digging it. Let me see if I can adjust this camera just a little bit. There we go. That looks a little bit better. It's also got like that nice, really stretchy material.
I was saying it earlier at the beginning of the chat. The fabric's really nice. It's like nicer than like a regular cotton.
Oh, we got me again, Dave joining us. Nothing else. Super chatting.
Nobody else super chatting.
Oh, nobody else super
chatting. Oh, thank you for the $2
What the
super
heck,
chat.
by the way. Hi.
Me again, Dave.
Yeah, we like me again, Dave. I'll never forget one of the live streams I saw me again, Dave on. He's got a Sawzall. He really likes a lot of different products between Milwaukee and Makita. And, he used his Sawzall to open a few different cans of beverages, and it was a good time nonetheless, and I'll never forget that live stream.
I do think I know what that tool is, actually. Is that what you use to cut the trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, I believe me again, Dave used the Sawzall for a couple larger tree limbs in his backyard too, as well.
We had some bad trees hanging low, and one was hanging in the street, and we had to help the passerbyers.
George McCormick said Tractor Supply carries Tecton. They do. It's kind of hit or miss. They don't have a large selection of it. I remember picking up some nut drivers from them, but like if I was to go there today, or at least my store anyways, they don't have any today that I'm aware of, and I just was there 3 days ago.
Well, somebody wants to know your favorite.
Yeah, Mrs. Client. What's his favorite tool he likes?
I don't even know. A ratchet?
Could be. There's lots of different ones.
I feel like, I don't know if you have a favorite. You kind of like ebb and flow like with things. Like sometimes like I see you come home with like certain types of tools, but like recently you've been liking a lot of power tools. So yeah. What is your current favorite tool?
I mean, if I look at what I do a little bit for YouTube, I think in general, probably some of my favorite tools are probably torque wrenches and torque devices. I don't know, really like accuracy, really like being able to trend and see graphing and metrics when it comes to that, and really different forces that are applied. I'd really like to have a Rockwell hardness tester at home. That'd be kind of nice to have, but
it was like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars.
You can buy some cheap home kits, but they're not worth it. So it'd probably be $600 to $800 or $1,000. So it's just not.
Oh, never mind. I thought they were like way more expensive.
Oh, you could buy a more expensive one. It's just not cost
I was thinking
effective.
like close to $10,000, but okay. Well, that just goes to show you.
Yeah, right now I'm really liking the torque transducers, but you're right. Power tools. I've been liking power tools right now too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Antonio says, thanks for the happy Father's Day, Amy and Chris. Not a problem.
Hope you have a good day.
The maintenance man, what's up, me again?
Hey,
Dave.
Neil. Oh.
We got BW's Electronics jumping to the top of the chat. Get yourself an ice cream cone tomorrow.
Oh, thanks for the $2 super chat. You deserve an ice cream.
I do love ice cream. So we're going to check right now.
Oh, gosh.
Every now and then, McDonald's will run 99 cents ice cream cones in their deals, but I'm not.
Oh, you got logged out.
I got logged out, but I'm not seeing one at the moment. But we did find one
McDonald's
trick.
Vanilla ice cream is so good.
We did find one trick to it. Any McDonald's that has a play place or a play land associated to it.
You guys need, if you have kids, you need to hear this.
Typically all the McDonald's that has play places, or at least where we're from, they give free small baby ice cream cones to the kids.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just the ones that have play places.
They're little, but they're just enough so the kids.
We're talking they're like 2.5 to 3 inches.
But it's just enough for the kids to like feel special and like know that they got something.
Said Antonio, he was a father, or is still a father, for 15 years. So congratulations. I'm a sugar daddy. Does that count? Well, you know what? It's got dad in it, and if you can afford it, then sure, we're going to count that. Just make sure that
I guess you didn't really define dad, so I mean, sure, yeah.
Do not rob me. I'll share a tool story with my dad. Can I do it in 2 separate sentences? I don't know. Can you? So you better start telling stories. Well, we can tell some here in a little bit.
Have you ever heard of a rural?
Yeah, I've heard of a rural king, but we don't have any in my area. Let's see.
Neil's throwing up some emojis. Here
cheers. I'll use my Chick-fil-A cup.
You got that for free.
We did some family bingos.
No, I technically won that. I'm going to brunch. Oh, brunch is good.
That sounds good. One thing we don't have around here in the Midwest would be a Waffle House. And you know what?
I would take you to a Waffle House right now.
My wife would be like, it's 12:01, time to end the live stream, and she would take me to Waffle House.
So I grew up in Georgia, and Waffle Houses are just like, they're ever, and they're so good. There was one really not too far from my house, and like after like special events, my dad would take us to like Waffle House. So like I remember I went to prom once, and I came home, and my dad took my older sister and I to Waffle House, and we ate Waffle House at like, I don't know, like 1 o'clock at night. My brother got married, and like on the way home, I think we all like went to Waffle House. Like, I don't know, just man, it was we were talking about Waffle House tonight, actually. That's why Chris is probably bringing it up. But man, gosh,
Yeah,
if you guys have been to a Waffle House, or if you frequent them, like, you know, like,
it's the only place that you can get extra fixins in your grits that you don't ask for.
Man, you
depending
can
on
get
who
your,
the
you can
chef
get your,
is.
you can get your hash browns like so many different ways. It's so good. Nobody has a better waffle than Waffle House.
And Waffle House,
and it actually, the food tastes better. Like, you got to go like after midnight. Like, that's when the food tastes its best.
Mixed Motor said he's a dad of 4.
Yay!
The last one has additional needs, and they were doing a teddy bear picnic at 2:30 as he sleeps in the daytime and not at night. So that's, Mick, that's really a tough thing, but it's also great and caring as a father to do that, because I know we've had instances where the kids get sick at night, and we pull up a mattress and they're laying on the floor with us throughout the night if they're not sick. I know my wife has played Thomas the Trains at all hours of the night with our 3-year-old. So.
Well, I applaud you guys. That's tough, but I hope you guys have a system that works. I mean, as long as your kids are loved and supported, I mean, that's all that matters sometimes.
We got Jehu joining us. What's up? What's up? What's up? Just got done editing a video. Hope everyone is doing well.
Well,
Jehu,
everyone's going to have to go check out Jehu's video this week.
We'd love to see that. So we're going to make Jehu, or we're going to attempt to make him a moderator here. And that way, you can put a link to your channel up in the chat.
Captain Ken.
I've been a dad for three kids for 25 years now.
Yeah.
And I would say my favorite tool is probably Ryobi. Weed eater, quick connect with the string trimmer, and blower and hedge trimmer, and I love them. Yeah, that's a really interesting thing that you mentioned there. So one of the things that really drove me to look at more power tools here in the last couple of years is I had been fighting with a weed eater that is a gas. It's a 2-cycle, so it's a 40 to 1 mix, and it's probably about 17 years old. I've taken really good care of it. We use it just for the 6 to 7 months of the season that we have it, and it's lasted way longer than it's ever should have lasted. It also does have the attachments where I can do the edging on it, and so again, we'd run that thing for like 4 or 5 hours while we do all our edging, and it was getting to a point where it was even starting to be harder for me to start. I didn't really want to try to search out parts for a 15-year-old little 49cc jobby, and so, or maybe it was only a 25 or 28, but gas wasn't something that my wife could use, and so we shifted over to a weed eater that was battery powered, as well as the jet blower, and it's been fantastic. And my wife's able to use it, start it up, and that's probably the biggest reason I cut over from the gas to electric.
Well, you have more help too. And I don't know if you guys have heard me say this before in the chats. I didn't mow a lawn until I was 30. So like, I didn't really know how to do a lot of this stuff outside. And I actually like mowing, but I still am not very good at using a lot of the electric things. So gas powered things, but I can use the electric ones well, and I like having them. So need to catch up to your chat.
We got to catch up here. Is your flavor a tool bottle beer opener? No, but I do have one. I got an Ace Hardware one right here.
We got a couple from SEMA, actually, but I don't really know where we put them.
Me again, Dave. Yeah, not a problem. Anytime. Shout out to you, brother. And he said it was the M18 Super Sawzall all day, every day. We got Jehu. How's your icon toolbox?
I don't even know if he can answer that in just one sentence. He really likes it, and sometimes if I don't know where he is, I can find him right there. Organizing.
So George McCormick said he bought his favorite ratchet from Tractor Supply, Tecton long vent handle, 3/8 love it, used it to replace an SK flex head. So that's a really good opportunity to kind of talk to you guys about tools, but also kind of educate my wife. So, this, of course, is just your standard 3/8" ratchet. It's fixed head, doesn't bend, doesn't flex, and there's no bend to it. So if you, honey, would go over there, look in my toolbox. When you see the 3 skinny drawers in the middle, it's probably that one right there. Nope, that's the 1/4 inch. My bad. So the next one's going to be 3/8. And
I don't remember which one I opened.
Nope, that one. Yep. So open it all the way out so you can see that the drawers fully expand on there. Now look at the back there.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2 ratchets in. There'll be one that has a bent handle. Nope, keep going.
Bent hand like this?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that's what I wanted to pick up originally.
Yeah,
but...
so you found it. So this is great for like spark plug changes, or depending on what kind of access that you need, allows you to get into places that you might not normally get. And so some people, not knowing a ton about tools, might think that this is actually damaged, or
oh yeah, I did think it was damaged when I've seen something like this.
But this really allows you, sometimes good for removing an oxygen sensor. But I don't know, maybe you guys have a particular preference that you use a bent handled ratchet for. But I like Tekton. It's been a really good top performer for me. I support their products. They don't I have no affiliation with them other than I like their tools, buy their tools. And I also have a special bent handled Tekton one that happened to take hundreds and hundreds of foot-pounds.
I was gonna say, didn't you like bend one like on accident?
Yeah, and during the strongest ratchet testing. And so that's the 3/8 inch long flex head bent handle ratchet. So George, good choice on that. I really like that one too.
Hey, me again, Dave. Thanks for being an essential worker. Hope you get some rest.
Thank you. Antonio does a lot of different things, from car repair to helping out his neighbors to just in general doing a lot of different things around the house. Antonio says, I feel you, me again, Dave. Me and my wife are both essential workers, both exhausted all the time. I think sometimes...
Props to all you essential workers and your family and your spouses and everybody.
Sometimes as a father, you're just, in general, worn out and you don't even have to work a ton.
Just fathers are that way? Yeah.
And even dads. Even wives. So thank you for all that you do, honey.
Yeah, thanks for all you do, babe. So I can stay at home, take care of our babes.
My wife bought me a bunch of tools for Father's Day, so that's pretty cool.
So I don't buy the tools, but I applaud your wife for knowing what you want.
It looks like we have somebody in Georgia here.
Hey!
So that's pretty cool. I hope you're getting good weather up there. I know
down there. We're north of you guys.
Wouldn't we technically be west of them?
Okay, northwest.
Okay.
There's a map of the United States right there.
Best of the best. Yes, says Snap-on versus Mac. Well, I mean, I kind of like both of them. I did talk about in my last live stream, like selector switches on ratchets. The Mac one, which I don't have right here in front of me, but I probably could find one, would be like this guy right here. The Mac Access has a really sweet selector switch. You can get it that has the Made in America on there. It says USA on and off. And I think sometimes, the selector switch isn't the most important thing on your tool. It's really just a final finishing detail that looks really nice compared to whatever the zinc or something like that they use on the Snap-on ones. But hey, Snap-on one works fine too.
You need to keep reading your chat. We're super behind.
Yeah, we got
people from. Thanks for joining from Alabama.
Oh, that's
Bama.
Yeah,
Mudmower. Hey.
Yeah, that's we got Mama Sweener and Doug. We got our sticker over there.
Oh, hey.
And then we got there's chicken at Waffles.
Chicken and Waffles.
Yep.
I haven't been there.
In Chicago.
Yeah, Antonio, he's been to Waffle House. He knows the best time to go. 2 a.m. Oh, you scrolled too far.
Oh, I did scroll really fast. It jumped. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, there you are.
Antonia's been to a Waffle House around 2 a.m.
There he goes. Larry Croft. My children were brought up on Waffle House breakfast. The waitress all knew him. Oh my gosh. I bet they loved when you guys came in. Father is 6, oldest 15, youngest is under 1. You have your hands full.
Yes, he does.
Keep going.
As Justin Dow would say, take it on. Yep. Very nice.
All right. Oh, Zaphael.
Could you find out how much he likes the toolbox by putting a big fake scratch on the front and secretly filming it? Well,
that's not my style. I don't do pranks, but we could try it.
I should have one of the coolest little things around here, but I'm not sure where it's at.
I'm not sure what you're looking for. I feel like you think everything in here is cool.
Well, when you get your icon toolbox, you get...
Oh, didn't you put it in the drawer?
I might have put it in the drawer. Yes, I did. Zaphael for all little issues and problems.
Hold it. Wait.
You get a little icon.
Hold it up to that thing.
You get a little icon paint.
There it is. We actually tested out the paint. I painted my fingernail with it. Just see like the color. It was actually a nice color. If you like, I don't know, if you like green nails, it wasn't bad.
Let's see. So do not rob me. Cheapest tool that surprised you. Positive. Most expensive tool that disappointed you. I don't know. I'd probably have to say the cheapest tool that surprised me would probably be, and it's actually kind of copied from one of the Tecton tools, and it's going to be specifically some of their ratchets. So these I picked up at Harbor Freight. These you can use. They're $5 off. They're the angled, or how would you say, bent, partially handled composite ratchet, and those you can use the $5 off coupon on. So it puts them in super cheap. Like, I mean, I like the Tecton stuff, but when you can get this ratchet with the $5 off coupon for like $4, you can get the 3/8 for like $5 or $6, and you can get the 1/2 inch for like $10. It's just a ridiculous deal. So that's probably the one ratchet that surprised me for the cheapest.
Wait,
but yet still being very, very tough, and actually one of the ratchets that I really like using in the wintertime.
You did a strongest ratchet once. I remember you were telling me about it, and I remember one of them did like super, super, super good that you didn't expect to do it. I feel like it started with like the letter R or something. I don't know, because I don't remember the brands.
I don't know. The Cobalt one did really well because it was a flex head and it was a quick release.
I don't remember, but honestly, I feel like you've talked to me about some of them after you do your filming and stuff like that. We're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this one did so well. So honestly, if you haven't watched some of the strongest ratchet videos, it'd probably be worth it to watch them to get your question answered. Maybe you might even be surprised at how well some of them do. I know you were. I don't really have a gauge on that because I don't know brands and prices and stuff like that, but I know you guys probably know because you guys know way more than I do. So
yeah.
What was the other question? Most expensive tool that disappointed?
Oh, the most expensive tool that disappointed me. Well, I mean, I'd like to say that I do quite a bit of research before I purchase a lot of products and use YouTube, use other people. And so I typically don't purchase a lot of things, as well as most of my reviews. I don't do negative reviews because I think I've done a fairly good job of educating myself on what tools to get and be the right tool. I think probably one of the most disappointing ones would be I did buy a Craftsman 10-inch table saw, and it basically the sides could extend out on it, but they were basically made out of plastic. And in order to have tension on the slides that would extend the little table saw, was a 10-inch table saw, they broke off. and the price to get them replaced was ridiculous. It was like, I don't know, it was like $20 to $25 for a little piece of plastic. And so I guess I wish I would have done a little bit more homework and bought a more expensive 10-inch table saw and not had that problem. So, but that, again, most people won't have that problem. That's something from back in like the 2007 era.
Couple people leaving. Have a good night. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys
Work
coming
Pro
and
Tools.
supporting.
Have to get going, but have a great stream and happy Father's Day. And
Antonio,
again, thanks for the Work Pro shirt. We got a Work Pro pen and some stickers, and maybe we'll get a chance to check out some Work Pro tools, you know, in the coming months. I know there's tools that meet my needs, there's tools that meet other people's needs, and there's tools that meet my wife's needs, and they have some different colored sets and flavors of tools that definitely would work out for people that like colors when it comes to tools. I know I started looking at more green tools when I purchased a green toolkit or green tool storage icon back there. But you know, my wife has different flavors and tastes when it comes to tools. And
I really just like vacuums. Like that's my main tool that I use almost every day.
Yeah.
You need a good vacuum if you have little kids. Or if you've had little kids, you know.
So Antonio, thanks. He's got to go on a service call. Appreciate the service that you do. And again, happy Father's Day. Zaphael agrees with the composite ratchets. Yeah, well, these are the bent ones. They do have some black and red ones. I really do like those as well. They seem to be, you know, maybe just a little bit bigger. You can put a little bit more torque on them.
I like this one. I like the size of this one.
But that one's really nice. Say you were working on battery terminals with that one. Definitely out of the way.
I was just thinking more. I do not have a man-sized hand, so this is a good.
So we got George taking off later. Everyone, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, everybody probably has to go to bed soon. Gotta get up and be a dad in the morning.
And Work Pro Tools, we're mentioning some of our pink tool support, our yearly donation to breast cancer charities of America.
That's wonderful.
And I want to say that they might even have some violet colored purple ones too.
Ooh.
So yeah, lot of neat stuff when you look at tools and tool colors. You can only get so much at Harbor Freight. You can only get so much at Home Depot, and you can only get so much at Lowe's. And for everything else, there's Amazon, and that's one of the neat things that, you know, you don't have to go out to a store to experience the tools that you want to get today. You can get hopefully decent reviews on YouTube. You can hopefully get decent reviews from, you know, people in the chat. You can get them from your friends, YouTube, and then you can get them from Amazon. You never have to set foot anywhere else. Let's see. Zaphael said he has the red and black composites. Yeah, I do have those too.
What's a composite?
So we'll talk about that here in a second.
Is it a tool? I've never heard of composites. Well, in terms of a tool, I guess.
Okay, so.
Is it like this?
So apparently I have.
Is the composite like the type of metal?
So apparently I have 2 of the 3/8. So that matches that set. And then I have 2 of these composite ones. And
is it the metal?
So composite is going to be plastic. So you can see that when you feel
this is not. Oh, I guess that is.
So there's a metal underneath it. So, you know, this is going to be a chrome finish. This is going to be your composite, and that's going to be your comfort grip on your handle.
Is it just a fancy way of saying it's made of plastic?
That's not fully made of plastic. It's covered in plastic.
Covered in plastic. Okay. I feel like one of our children played with this. I don't know if you guys can see us chalk on it. We're a big chalk family.
So I really do like the 3/8 composite right here from Harbor Freight. If you can see here, compared to like a Wera, it's substantially longer. You can see that if you were to compare it to the standard gear wrench one, it's a little bit longer. You can see if you compare it to the other composite ratchet there, it's again substantially longer. Now, longer isn't always better, but if you like torque, you can tell that you can put down more torque with one of the tools like this. So those would be the composite ratchets I like. One interesting thing, I might do a video one of these days. I don't have every single ratchet from Harbor Freight, getting very, very close, but
you don't.
It would be nice
That's
to do a video
surprising.
on how to save nearly, I think the best guess I was up to was if you purchased the majority of all their ratchets, it was going to be around $385. But you could save almost $120 if you use the $5 off coupon. And then if you hit a certain price point, you either use their 25% off coupon, which, by the way, speaking of fathers and Father's Day, Harbor Freight didn't do a 25% off coupon like they normally do. They did one for Mother's Day, but I didn't see one for Father's Day.
Will they release it tomorrow, or were they releasing it ahead of time?
No, if they would have done one, that would have been released already. So we didn't get that.
Maybe they figured that for Father's Day, they'd already get more foot traffic in general because, fathers probably go there. Let's be honest. So they had to release that coupon to get people in the doors for Mother's Day. Just an excuse for you dads to go in and buy tools for mom.
Yeah.
Although moms do need, they do need tools. Not saying that, but they're more likely to get business for this holiday.
Yep, it's true. Do Not Rob Me was mentioning about he follows quite a few different tool channels, and nobody's talking about bicycle tools.
That's a good point. Somebody, I don't know if it was him from a different chat, was talking about the tools. We looked him up. Was it the park tools that he's mentioning in the chat?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The park tools.
Has the bicycle.
They were pretty. They were blue.
The bicycle tool market cornered. And you know what? I mean, we do have quite a few different bicycle shops around us. It would be interesting to see.
Yeah, there are quite.
To just talk to one of them and see what they use. If they have a lot of park tools or if they just have a lot of whatever works. For bike tools, someone needs to compare all alternatives to park tools. It's, let's see, a lark tool or cheap
park tool or
cheap Amazon. None of us want to buy all cheap bike tools. All bike channels sponsored by Park Tools. Ideas for you. I think Harbor Freight killed most coupons because of COVID and imports.
I could see that.
Yeah, they did. They did make a lot. They made a lot of different changes. We visited Harbor Freight today. We picked up.
Oh yeah, we did.
That's where we got the accessories for your dad's drill.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw they don't. I don't know about your guys' Harbor Freight, but ours is drastically dwindling with stock on the shelf. So I would say where they used to have a fully stocked shelf, 50% or less is there at this point in time. When I walk through, I just see it not getting stocked as much. Jehu, enjoy your lives. Enjoy your family, everyone. Have a good night. Yep. Jehu, take care. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I like that Do Not Rob Me brought up the bike tools, because if there's really only the one company, then I'm surprised some of like the bigger companies haven't tried to, I don't even know, make their own little side brand for them. Hey,
we got CP the Tool Addict joining us with a $2 holler.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day, Client Graphics, and happy Father's Day to everyone else out there. CP the Tool Addict is one of those guys that, he's not a father, but he could be like the father or the godfather of tools, because he just absolutely loves tools, loves anything tools, and he can afford to buy different tools because he's not a father that I'm aware of or that he knows of. So thank you for the $2. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and then if any of you guys are newer to the chat or you just haven't done it yet, if you want to just share a story of your dad's favorite tool, or just a story of you working with tools with your dad or your own kids, or just even want to share how long you've been a dad, we'd love to hear it or hear your story. Whatever you guys want to share, feel free to drop it in the chat so we can read and talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start wrapping things up here in about 10-15 minutes.
You do have to be, my favorite line to say is, I got to be a mom in the morning, but you do have to be a dad in the morning. We have to celebrate you. Yeah. Although if you needed to stay up all night, although I guess it technically is Father's Day here. You're not my father.
Right.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's always the caveat. That's where, there's that clause in it. It's like, I am not your father, but I'm a father to your children. Now, you don't have all children of ages that
my
can
baby's daddy.
Acknowledge. That's an interesting way to put it.
You are.
Zaphael says,
oh, hey, thanks for the super chat.
Yes, Zaphael, thank you for the super chat, and thumbs up to you as well. My dad's favorite tool was a hammer, so he could throw it. Well, CP, at least it looks like you survived.
Look, he needed to throw that at you, right? So you could love tools and become a tool addict.
On a funny side of that story, my dad would probably like to have thrown a hammer at me multiple times, but his wonderful son borrowed it, didn't put it back, and he would later find it just before he hit it with the lawnmower because some kid probably was building bike ramps or doing something like that so he could get sweet air.
Did you get
rather than using a curb?
Did you get air?
Yes, we built some sweet bike ramps back in the day. But
I feel like your dad was even though I didn't meet him, the stories I know of him, he just seemed like the most cool-headed dad ever.
That's the one set I'll remember from him. It was nothing special. It's nothing to write home about. It's just a standard Sears, not even a Craftsman, made in Taiwan, something from the early 70s, late 80s, and still have it today. That was in his car for many, many years, and he passed that down on to me so that he could get something new. So that's one of the things that I definitely remember. But my grandfather, he also owned a machine shop, and he basically serviced a small farm community. And so we do still have that machine shop in the family, but lots of different things. My dad made us sort all sorts of screws as a punishment. Zaphael, yeah, totally. Like I said, my dad basically gave me a coffee can of
nuts and
bolts, dumped them out, and said, sort them.
It's hilarious.
Yep. Do not remind me. How many tool companies at SEMA were bikes? If anyone, Gear Wrench, Tecton, any hand tools made bike tools, we'd buy. Anyway, I'm out. I'm beat. I beat the dead horse, frustrated with tool companies.
Oh, that's too bad. Yep. Well, I will say this, do not rob me. That was our first time at SEMA when we were there. So our main focus was to kind of use our time wisely because we weren't there every day. We just were there for a couple days. So we didn't seek out the bike tools. It was more the hand tools and stuff like that. But like I said earlier, I think it would be interesting if more tool companies went into bikes and stuff like that, because obviously there's a need for them. But if we do get to go to SEMA again, we can look into it.
Yeah, although the SEMA is typically for the specialty equipment market or for aftermarket auto parts.
Oh, I guess that's right. It is auto.
They don't typically do a ton of bike or bicycles or motorcycles or things like that, depending on what gamut of bike you want to consider. So
I guess that's a good point. I didn't think about it as being at the auto. I didn't really know what SEMA was until a couple months before we went, and that's a good point. It's more automotive, but still,
yep,
there's a need for them. So
yep. But very interesting niche, and I don't have a ton of bikes, but definitely something we can look into. I did bikes when I was a kid. Me again, Dave. Sir. Sorry.
He's exhausted.
He's exhausted. Yeah. Yes. Have a happy Father's Day, and appreciate you joining.
Yeah.
And take care with your Sawzall. Don't crack open too many drinks with that thing. But it is a good time to watch. So outside of that, I remember working on a 1987 Pontiac Sunbird with my father, and we had a 15 millimeter head bolts, and that's pretty much what they all were. They were the stretch ones, or torque to yield, and we actually ended up breaking 2 to 3 Craftsman sockets trying to basically split the sidewall on it. And I forever will never forget that. And I will now own way too many 15 millimeter sockets that I will never use, because we thankfully didn't actually end up twisting off the bolt, basically it was in a weird angle, and it was slightly tilted, and basically was putting pressure on the sidewall and would blow the sidewall out on the socket. But yeah, we had to quit for the day because we busted, I believe, 3 Craftsman sockets. Had to go get them all warrantied out, wiped out their stock. But we were finally able to get it off. I don't remember. Probably used way too much heat, cracked out the torch, did a couple other things before we were finally able to get it off. But I'll never forget that memory. And 15mm sockets has a special place in my heart.
It's funny.
So, but that would be another interesting idea. I would love to do a video series with different channels like CP the Tool Addict and many other different channels, and talk about socket stories. And we could title this basically different socket sizes and go through all of them on what they typically be found on, and what, if any, problems you've had along the way. So I know I would cover my 15mm socket, but I'm sure you all have different stories out there. The reason I remember that story is because it has a sentimental attachment to my father. I remember doing other times when we were working on a 1989 Nissan 240SX where he said, nope, transmission's not coming out. And I basically said, okay. He went inside. I'm going to get that transmission out. And he ended up having it come out, and it was laying on my chest, and he needed to come out after he washed his hands and help me get that out. Oh, so, you know what? We all make stupid mistakes, and we'll never let that one happen again. Let's see. We had BW's Electronic. A lot of companies getting supplies from China are having shipments delayed. They definitely are. Many have just-in-time inventory. Yep. And China supposedly has a spike in virus cases again. Ooh. Which, that's why it's interesting, us as parents, and not only that, but tools and other companies. It's interesting to see how things are going to progress. If school is going to start in the fall, if things are going to change, if things spike up, I don't know. But I should have enough tools, just like CP the Tool Addict, that we should be able to produce and publish videos without even buying any new tools. We just got to actually talk about them.
So are you saying you don't need any more new tools because you have enough?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. But if you couldn't buy more, you're okay for the short term.
We should be able to provide content for all you tool lovers out there. CP said he was very shocked at the gear wrench video, very surprised that the 90 tooth didn't, lay down more than the 84, but I'm glad it held up the same. Yeah, it really was interesting. I couldn't believe that they were so consistent, and that the 90 tooth did 268.
No, 90 did 269, and the other one did 268.
Yeah, the 84 did 269. The 90 did 268.
Oh, I remembered it.
So wrong. 1 pound difference. We're talking like that's nothing when it comes.
It's basically the same. Yeah, I thought the same thing, CP.
Yeah. So I
was expecting that 90 tooth to be off the charts, but I don't know. It's not that far apart. We're 84 to 90. So when you're already in a big number.
That 1 foot-pound is like a 0.33% difference. It's nothing.
So maybe for gear wrench, maybe they want it to perform about the same. So, but I don't know.
It would perform exactly the same. The real thing, we're going to have to go back and see. And I don't know if I can find one. There's a couple companies I need to reach out to and see if they can track in inch pounds, like the back drag on some of these or the tooth engagement. I think that would be an interesting video, since I have a ton of ratchets, to measure what some people think is a real thing, and some people really just don't use their tools enough or know which one they should grab for the right job. But some people think back drag is a real thing, and it'd be interesting to measure it. I know nobody's done how much back drag does your tool have and actually put a metric to it. So yeah, back drag is important to some people. So it'd be interesting if I can find a measurement how to do that.
Go to your chat.
We had Shaka Gillis joining us. He said, good evening, everyone. Ryobi is trash. And I can tell you that.
Thank you for the super chat.
Well, I do like green. We did purchase that back there. I don't have any current Ryobi things, and I don't foresee myself having any current Ryobi tools.
No, you don't. Our neighbor does. I was gonna say I feel like I've seen Ryobi, but I
Yeah,
think
it
that's
was
just our neighbor.
close. I was almost going to buy the Ryobi jet blower and string trimmer, but Cobalt beat them out. So
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yep.
I feel like they're mine, even though I know they're not. It's just because I know how to use them.
Yep. So
Zaviel said he's been looking at ultrasonic cleaners online. Like a power washer.
Ultrasonic cleaner. So like think about your ring. That goes in a very small ultrasonic cleaner, but it'd be more for like parts and things
like
of that nature.
you like shine it up.
Well, yeah, it cleans it off. So think about like maybe you had a valve cover. Maybe that's not a great example because you could just put that in the part washer, but you could probably put it in an ultrasonic cleaner or maybe some of your tools.
Is it like a delicate, like more of like a delicate tool gets cleaned that way?
You just put it in there and let it sit for 10, 15, 20 minutes, come back, should be good to go.
Oh, that's cool. I hope you find one. I hope they come back in stock.
Again, Shaka Gillis, thank you for the $2 super chat. Do not rob me. Dual pawl ratchet. That'd be the 120 XP.
The CP agreed that your back drag is important.
Yes, but yeah, it is what it is.
Do not rob me also does that. Oh, excuse me, like Ryobi.
Yes. Shaka in the house. I'm used to seeing you on VCG. Well, actually, I'm used to seeing Shaka Gillis on a lot of different channels. Well, VCG is a great channel. Produces a lot of great power tool content. I see Shaka Gillis over there as well.
Oh my God, you guys came and hung out.
But yeah, as CP mentioned, isn't Ryobi TTI? Yep, they are Ryobi's TTI. So is Milwaukee, and so is Rigid. For cleaning carburetors, I would like a little sonic cleaner. So yeah, you take your flip bowl off, or a lot of small engines will have.
I don't even know what a carburetor is. I'm sorry.
We can show you after the live stream.
I know it goes in the car.
I mean, no.
No.
Well, in your older cars,
I don't know.
All your newer cars are like fuel injected.
I've heard of the word before. That's about where I'm at.
It cleans with shockwaves.
Oh, cool.
About every Ryobi, but not the sprayer yet, says Raphael. Let's see. Renandy in Grand Island makes very nice ultrasonic cleaners. I think I also hear of them as they make some ammo. Spreading the truth on many channels, one super chat at a time. Mrs. Client is yawning.
I know, I'm tired.
No thanks. Sorry. When hosts aren't into it, neither am I.
I'm sorry. Night. I just had a long day. It's not that I'm not into it.
Yeah, we actually had to get up pretty early and be parents.
I had to be a mom this morning.
Our kids had some special classes that
my kids do a Zoom class.
Help them through some of their summer learning through the school system, so they can stay on top of their studies. And we were up early doing that. We drove out of town, went to spend Father's Day with her father, and then we'll spend Father's Day tomorrow, and maybe we'll get a video out. I don't know. It really just depends. It's my Father's Day. I'll spend it how I want.
I guess, you get a pick.
But sometimes, a stress relief for me is just breaking some tools.
But you like to break tools.
Yeah. I really, what do you guys think of Hazet and Wera? So I'm really interested to see how these two perform, because they're completely different tools than I have ever tested out. I mean, this is a 36 tooth ratchet. So when I mean that, if you were to
I already know that.
all the way around,
I already know what that means.
And the Wera Zyklop, it's quick release, so you would expect it to not produce as much torque as a fixed head ratchet. So you got a little bit of going on between a fixed quick release and a fine tooth 72 versus a 30. Or maybe this one is either a 30 or a 36 or a 32. It's one of those. It's rather low. So it'll be interesting to see how those two. Hard to warranty, that's my only issue. And I 100% agree with that.
The
So
Hazet or the
both of
where?
these, both Hazet and Wera.
Is it because
they're not American-based companies.
Okay.
You know, this is going to be your German-based company. This
yeah,
is
we
from
saw
the
them.
this is from the Czech Republic, and
were they at SEMA? I remember Hazet was at.
Hazet was at SEMA.
Yeah, they had
Where it
nice
might have
people
been
in their
too,
booth.
but I don't remember. They might have shown up through KC Tools. But yeah, this one I don't even know.
Maybe.
This one isn't even serviceable to my knowledge. So just so you know, those are purchased through Amazon. So good luck with the warranty on that. I've had them for over 2.5, almost 3 months now. So when those things take I don't know, when they fail in the testing,
when they take a ride on your torture,
that's going to be $100 worth of ratchets that get her done. So yep, hard to warranty when it comes to Wera and Hazet. We got Jay Young in the house. This guy is a grill master. Thank you, Jay Young. Jay Young, that was one of the best experiences I ever had. The Jay Young meetup of July 2019.
Yeah.
That was back in the day when, you know, Jay Young would have been like a father figure that I looked up to. Reminded me, you know, just a really all around Mr. Fix It. If it's a problem, you know what, he'll solve it. And dancing is not one of his fortes, but if you wanted him to dance, that guy would dance for you as well. He's got a Mr. Big, and he'll tell you, just like everybody else, it's not the size of your toolbox matters, it's how you use it. So when I was up there,
we put him to work and he stepped up. Was he talking about the burgers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's what we do here. Really disappointed that I didn't get a chance to get out to the Coon Trucking meetup. Really would have loved to drive through, see you, Jay Young, and then meet up with Clay. But you know what? Maybe another day. It'd actually be kind of cool to do it not at a meetup, so that we'd get to spend some different quality time talking about tools, maybe breaking some tools, and producing some content, because people would like to see that stuff. So that's always on the wish list. So CP the Tool Addict, Stephen Cox or whatever, made a huge ultrasonic cleaner from an old stainless industrial sink. That was pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Oh.
I'll be up for a client graphic meetup before. Yeah, I would be too.
Hey, if you're ever in Nebraska, you let us know.
It would be available. Well, guys, you know, everybody out there that is a parent or isn't a parent, everybody's got to be parents in some sense tomorrow. Maybe they're a slave to their job, life, who knows what it is. But any father out there that we missed, happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. I appreciate hearing you guys like share stories and talk about how old your kids are, how long you guys have been fathers. It's fun to hang out and learn more about tools and see what's going on in the tool world and see you guys support Chris and everything. So thanks for showing up and clicking the thumbs up button, and everybody who donated the super chats, we appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great Father's Day. You get to relax and spend time with your fathers or your kids and just have a really nice day being celebrated. It's always nice to be recognized for those types of things.
Yep. And, you know, we want to just show a big shout out to a couple people. Like I said, you know, Jay Young, really great guy. Like I said, when I talked to him out there, really just like a good father figure. My dad passed away many, many years ago, and he's just an all around nice guy. The other guy that really has a ton of energy, and I like him. I'm going to do this. I hope I don't scare anybody. Woo! I love tools. There's another guy out there. You know who you are. You love tools a whole lot. I can't do it quite like a CP Tool Addict intro, but really love the power and energy and the excitement and the joy for tools that guy has. So if you ever need a good pick-me-up, just go watch the first 30 seconds of one of his videos. It's a great time. Really, really love it.
Man, I was just getting tired because it's, 12:40 in the morning, but now I'm like, woohoo, now I'm awake. Got that CP Tool Addict wake up.
Yes, really, really do like it. So really appreciate all the content that you guys produce out there. And again, thank you everybody for showing up. Larry, thank you for the kind words. And everybody have a happy and safe Father's Day.
Yeah. Hopefully we see you guys next time. Have a great day. Have a great Father's Day.
And really appreciate y'all tuning in. You guys are pretty much already subscribers. That's why you're here. If you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this stream, what should they do, honey?
Give it a thumbs up.
And if they didn't like this stream,
just give it 2 thumbs down.
Right.
Just 2.
Just 2. It all evens out. I mean, you could do 4, but that seems like too much work.
Too much work. Just do 2.
And why would you work harder when you can work smarter? And we'll catch you in the next live stream or the next video. Have a great night, guys.
Happy Father's Day.
And
bye,
happy
guys.
Father's Day.